I grew up poor, okay?
I could relate on that.
And we had to get up and milk our cows every morning before you went to school, and then you milk them again at night.
Go on, answer.
And, you know, we raised hogs, and then in the fall you butcher your hogs and salt the meat down so you can have it all winter.
Self-sustainable. Awesome. What's one memory from your childhood that really stands out?
I think hog killing time was a lot of fun because the neighbors all came and helped. And you'd have to heat water and keep it on the hogs and scrape them and all that. And then you'd have to take care of the insides and all that. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. It really was because we grew up doing it.
When I grew up, we had rat killing. We had chickens. We had cows too, but we had chickens. And the rats dig these huge tunnels all around them, right? So what you do is you smoke them out, and then they start coming out, and then you got your dogs or your guns, and you just shoot them when they come out.
What kind of food did your mama or grandma make that you can't find anymore?
I don't know really because we made chicken and dumplings a lot because after church we'd come home from church. She'd say, go kill a chicken. And then she'd fix up and make chicken. And she made cornbread pudding, which I have never seen.
I've never even heard of that.
You take cornbread she did and blend it in with milk somehow and made it, and I don't know how she made it. And it was really good. And she made a jam cake. Take blackberry jam and make it in an oval pan. And then once she made it, she would take and put apples down in the center of it and cover it with cheesecloth and put it in a closet, and it had to stay there for a week before you could eat it. She said the apples would moisten the cake and
Are you
flavor.
crying?
No.
Okay.
I have a stroke 10 years ago, and anytime I talk, I cry.
Oh.
That's just normal.
Are there any local sayings or bits of wisdom you grew up hearing?
Lots of things.
What's your favorite?
Oh, I guess my favorite is, my mother was good at this one. My mother was blind. That's a big thing I remember about her. And she would take and, you do whatever, you get in trouble. She wouldn't say nothing. And the next morning she would go in the bedroom and she'd say, Fred? And I go, what? That was the wrong answer. Because she knew where I was. And the covers came off, and she'd wear you out with a switch and teach you a lesson that you didn't want to learn. It was good. From that board was. And like we'd get a whole sled load of beans. A sled is probably 3 foot wide and 6 foot long. And we'd get a whole sled load of beans, and you'd have to sit and string beans all day and night. Then you'd have a bean cannon, and it'd take all day.
We did that too. Sat on the porch with October beans. It's almost like pintos. You may know what they are. And we do that day and night. And the next day we had the cannon session.
You take and build a big fire underneath the tub.
Yeah.
Everything you could get.
Yes.
We canned in half-gallon jars.
Oh, we just mason jars. The bigger one.
Mason jar, ours was the tall one. There were 9 of us. And a quart wouldn't even start.
Were there any old-time remedies or cures folks here swore by?
Yes. If you got a sore, like a infection or whatever, they would fix a hot poultice. Usually use oats or cornmeal, and they would heat it with water. Then they tie the rag and put it on it. And they would draw the infection out.
That's different than ours. I have no idea how it was made, but it was black as tar, and they called it hen hockey. And I don't know what it was. You got sores and stuff, they put the hen hockey on it.
Yeah. My grandpa would use blue ointment, and he would paint your tonsils with blue ointment to take care of the tonsillitis. And
What's the hardest work you ever did in your life so far?
I've done a lot of hard work in my life, but I didn't think anything about it. I just figured it was part of life. Like you go plow ground all day, and then you put the horses up at night and all that before supper. And then the next morning before daylight, you go out and get ready to go work again.
What do you think folks like me today don't understand about living off the land?
Oh, you have no idea what it's like to live off the land because you raise corn. Like my daddy raised 2 rows of sweet corn. That's what you buy at Kroger's or wherever. And we would raise acres and acres of field corn. Well, when field corn is soft, you gather it and you can it. And you take care of the field corn just like you would sweet corn, but my mother would add sugar to it to make it sweet corn. And then you have to do it because you only got like a week. to do the field corn because then it's going to start getting hard and then become feed for the animals.
Right.
What advice would you give to someone trying to live a simple life today?
They couldn't do it.
They could.
No, because it involves too much work and you'd have to have horses through your fields and all this and they couldn't. And you have to grow up doing this because you won't know how to do it.
So it's an acquired habit.
I remember after me and my wife got married, we bought horses and cows and I milked a cow and my granddaughter would say, I thought you got into good milk.
Right.
She didn't understand. Cow's milk is nothing like, because it has cream on it. You take the cream off and you make the butter. And you have to milk sour to churn to make the buttermilk. And all that is something you just learn. I guess you could read the book and figure it out, but it'll be a major
nothing
deal.
like a practical experience. But
No.
You don't get that from reading books.
No.
What's changed the most in this area over the years?
You can look at it and see it has become a major paradise for vacationers. And
Tourist
before it was just simple. And it just changed.
Does it feel like it got too loud over time?
No, I don't think anything about it because I've seen the change.
Brings opportunities here.
We got more work here in this area
Right.
than anywhere in Tennessee. And this is a great place to come if you're looking for a job. You can't find a place to live, but we got jobs.
Thank you.
Thank you.